Here are some recent craziest meal requests by inmates before their execution. Starting with 2025 executions, we have Brad Sigmund. The 2001 murders of his ex-girlfriend's parents sealed his fate in South Carolina. Facing the firing squad, he requested 3 buckets of KFC to share, but prison officials denied it. Instead, he received 4 pieces of fried chicken, green beans, mashed potatoes, biscuits, cheesecake, and sweet tea. That was definitely not what he hoped for. Demetrius Frazier. Alabama's 4th nitrogen hypoxia execution came for a man convicted of a brutal 1991 crime. His last request? A Taco Bell feast, beefy 5-layer burrito, chicken chalupa supreme, beef crunchy tacos, chips, and a Mountain Dew. Unlike other states, Alabama honored his request, granting him one final fast food indulgence before his death. James Ford. A 1997 home invasion in Florida ended in the brutal murders of an elderly couple, leading to this execution. His final meal matched the Southern comfort he would never taste again: steak, macaroni and cheese, fried okra, sweet potato, pumpkin pie, and sweet tea. He also declined to make a final statement. Richard Tabler. 2 men were murdered in a botched Texas drug deal, leading to this grim outcome. Sadly, the state also denied him one final comfort. Since 2011, Texas has refused all special last meal requests, meaning he received whatever was served that day. So it was an unceremonious end to that violent chapter. Freddie Owens. The 1997 robbery of a South Carolina convenience store left a Clark dead and Owens on death row. For his final meal, Owens ordered 2 cheeseburgers, some French fries, a well-done ribeye steak, 6 chicken wings, and 2 strawberry sodas, as well as a slice of apple pie. Marcellus Williams. The stabbing of former reporter Lisha in 1998 sent him to Missouri's execution chamber decades later. With the end near, he requested chicken wings and tater tots, a meal that fit within the state's meal budget. His case gained attention due to claims of innocence and DNA evidence that supporters argued could have exonerated him. Travis Mullis. In one of the most disturbing crimes on this list, Mullis stomped his infant son to death in 2008. Texas, however, showed him no special treatment. With personalized meal requests banned, he ate the same standard plate as any other inmate, likely chili or cornbread. He had no known family visits before his execution. Emmanuel Littlejohn. A convenience store robbery in 1992 ended with a fatal gunshot and a decades-long legal battle. When execution day arrived, Oklahoma granted his request for a final pizza. No extravagant toppings, just a basic order. His appeals spanned over 30 years before the courts upheld his sentence. Marion Bowman. His 2001 robbery spiraled into murder, his bullet ripping through 21-year-old Candy Martin in South Carolina's Orangeburg. Executed January 31, 2025, his final meal consisted of fried seafood, including shrimp, fish and oysters, chicken wings and tenders, onion rings, banana pudding, German chocolate cake, cranberry juice and pineapple juice. Garcia White. A deadly drug-fueled rampage in 1989 left twin sisters dead, and Texas's death row gained another name. However, the state's strict no special meal policy left him with whatever was on the menu, perhaps a meat dish with vegetables. White had a lengthy criminal history and was considered highly dangerous even while incarcerated. Robert Robertson. The controversial shaken baby syndrome case of 2002 led to his execution in Texas. No special request could be made under the state's 2011 ban. His last meal was no different from any other inmates. The case drew debate among medical professionals regarding the validity of shaken baby syndrome diagnoses. Thomas Creech. His violent prison killing in 1981 added to an already extensive list of crimes. Idaho was meant to carry out his execution decades later, but not before granting one final meal request. His sentence was rescheduled again, but now Idaho is implementing death by firing squad. He is on a stay of execution. Cary Grayson. He was convicted of a 1994 hitchhiker murder. As his final day approached, no record of a meal request surfaced. Whether by choice or circumstance, he likely ate standard prison fare, something simple before his nitrogen hypoxia execution. His case remained notorious for the excessive violence involved in the crime.